Hello and welcome to
And now we're talking
Real Estate.
real estate.
Woo-hoo. And we also talk about a lot of things that aren't real estate. We love a good tangent.
Definitely love those tangents.
Yeah. I'm one of your hosts, Jillian Stickney.
And I'm Michelle Patterson-Knapp.
And we are longtime realtors and friends. So we kind of get into all of it, a little behind the curtain. So if that's something you like listening to, we would love to have you. And we're rolling. Welcome, everybody.
Hi.
Okay. We're talking about real estate and other stuff, but I know for me, today I have some like real estate
Okay.
stuff.
Let's
Should we dive in?
get right into it.
Okay. So, and it's just going to be like a myriad of musings. Like, I feel like we'll talk about something and, I listen to obviously all the podcasts, as I'm sure you do.
And over and over and over, just because of the editing and everything.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Right.
I listen to one and then I enjoy all the clips you produce for us and use some of those. But anyway, so actually the first thing before I even forget is, and now I'm going to have to look at my phone, grammar correction, you guys. So embarrassing.
Ooh.
What did I say? So, yeah, so I have grammar, you and me, yikes, instead of you and I.
Right.
Because I think I said you and me have been like selling real estate or something, and I heard it and I was like, woofty. So everyone, my apologies. Horrible. Okay, that bit of housekeeping note is getting deleted. But I was like, I have to apologize for that. That is just horrendous.
Well, come on. We're just talking.
I know, but I like proper grammar.
Yes. Proper grammar is great.
Mhm.
But we're obviously not professionals.
We're only human, yeah.
Yeah, and we're only human, and I think people will give us a little bit of grace.
Well, if they can keep up with my LPMs. I feel like a little incorrect grammar because I don't think that's high on the scale of...
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Sure.
When you listen to the podcast as they are published,
yes,
do you remember... Do you say, oh, well, she cut that out? That's kind of...
No. Have you ever cut anything out?
I've kind of cut some stuff.
Oh.
On the latest one. So if you don't notice,
Was that the one with you with the call with the other agent, or was there one?
No, the one after that when we were talking about double standards.
Oh, you know what? I didn't notice, but
okay.
Yeah. No. So first of all, seamless, especially for someone who would have an extra, extra layer of knowledge on it. Like, so if I couldn't tell, like, I don't think other people are going to tell. So never mind. It actually didn't happen.
Right. It totally didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
Guys,
you've been pumped.
You guys got the whole, you guys got the whole story. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know what it was, but I mean, I think we're actually very good, partly because I think it's way easier to not edit.
Yeah.
But
it's more authentic. And that's what I like to want to try to maintain our authenticity and not cut too much.
Yeah. Well, and I think that that's something you and I are both like huge fans of, authenticity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, okay, good. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not going to cut stuff that's not grammatically sound.
Correct. That's fair. Well, and even just, there's so many things that, like, it's so funny because this is all first take stuff.
Right.
And I'll listen to myself and it's like, oh, that's what I wanted to say there. Or why did I stumble over that so much? Yeah. Like, I could have been clearer with that thought. Anyway, so, like I think kind of doing it really just riffing and off the cuff, I think we're doing not too shabby.
I think so too.
Plus, I'd like to think that, like, I really do think this is like a good way to like sharpen sort of that skill set of like speaking. So for me, I know articulation, but even more so finishing my sentences.
Mm-hmm. That's the area that I had to cut. Like when sometimes you gotta ramble. All
right. So we're really getting to it.
Yeah.
Totally fair. So it's just because I think my mind is working quite quickly and I just assume people know what I'm going to say. And it's almost like, well, this is just not even necessary, but it is. So,
and I'm patient. I think when you're talking with people too, like people are patient, they'll wait.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good to know. Yeah. I feel like I can take it down a notch. Yeah. Okay. So let's kick it off. And Nipster will be able to tell. I think I'm going to show her Exhibit A and Exhibit B. These were property matches that came up for in-client searches. So that could be a new listing or it's come back on because the status changed, so from pending to active again.
Okay.
Or price reduction. So they're in black and white, but this has just been in the last week, so it's late July.
Right.
Tell me what I do not like about these listings, and it's not going to take long.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She needs to get her glasses. This is like, so this is, I mean, I love a good pet peeve, so this is, as a realtor, this is one of them.
Okay. Okay. All right.
It's not going to take long, I don't
think.
think.
What if it does take me long?
Just look at the photos. Sorry, it's in black and white. It would help.
So, okay.
I'll just jump.
Oh, I know.
It's in black and white.
Hang on a second.
Oh, well, no,
so I'm just gonna, this is just, I want to look at the dates.
I know, we'll talk about that. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
There's snow on the ground.
Yeah,
Come
everybody.
on, people.
So your listing is popping up in a new capacity, whether it's a relist, a reduction, or it's come back on for being pending. And actually, these two are the worst culprits. It's a relist and a price reduction. I could, not that I, but it's like.
And then just for my funsies, I'm looking at who the agent is.
But like, to me, that is like realtor faux pas 101. Like, come on, guys. Like, this isn't even like May. Like,
no,
this is.
We're full on July, right?
Like, this almost just like you're now like coming into the fall, like you're ahead of yourself. Like, so anyways,
but you know what's so funny is that like I'm looking at the cumulative days on market, and we talked about this in one of our podcasts previously, right? So we got like a fresh 4 days on the market, but you look at the CDO,
cumulative days on market.
101. Well, I didn't really need to know that because it's very evident by the pictures.
That's the thing.
Tell me
you've been on the market for a long time
without telling me you've been on the market for a long time.
Exactly. It's like, come on, guys. Like, it's just like you're already like falling out of the stumbling gate or the starting gate. So,
yes. So, and then this next one, it's like 326 cumulative days on market.
You know, yikes. Well, and it's also like a 7-figure property, but it's like, I think, a builder saying, but it's like, come on, guys. Like, you don't even need to get your photographer out. You can do a decent photo with your iPhone. Like, if it's.
And then, can I let people know a little trick?
Well, sure. I don't know what
our trick is, or what my trick?
Sure. I'm like, what is our trick?
AI.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could do that too.
You could pop that picture into AI and say,
remove the snow. Yeah. Totally.
Or just like remove the snow, maybe remove the tree because it's going to be like no leaves on it.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. I haven't tried it, but maybe you could ask it to make it look like summer.
Yeah.
You know, and if you don't want to go out and.
Because something like that is just like if I open a property match and I see snow in the middle of summer, like it's like immediately tell me no one is interested in this home and hasn't been for half a year. Like, why and so what I think right now, which brings me to something else I've really been noticing here, is I have a new expression, death by days on market. Your days on market are so important right now. Yeah. Like, it's like you either get scooped up right away, multiple offers even, or you sit and it's like people, they'll look and they'll see even a couple weeks on market, depending on the product. And it's like,
I was just going to say, it really does depend on the product because if you're a condo,
correct,
you know, there's some latitude there.
For sure. A lot of latitude.
There's a lot of latitude there. But
it's actually almost weird if a condo goes right away.
I guess.
Yeah, kind of though. I would say, like, condos now are like real estate 20 years ago. Like, oh, you've been on the market for 45 days? No big deal. But now.
Join the club, right?
Yeah. But now if you're a single family home, you know, that isn't, you know, pricey or whatever, like, what's going on, basically?
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It is so true. And that's what I was talking about, how buyers now are sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't pull those same tricks that you were able to 20 years ago now.
Yeah, or
People
even
know.
10 years ago. Like,
Or even like 5 years ago, right? Like,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah. No, it's they just get more and more astute, and that's why I think that sort of deviation between like new versus not new has become so much more important, is just
Right.
because the buyers are just that savvy. And it's like, it's hard to sometimes like impose on your sellers how important that first weekend is.
Yes.
Like, and that actually brings me to, so these are just like musings and findings that sort of come across my desk, and I often think about them. So there was one that was a property match for some clients, would have been, so it came on, and then I'm just going to look and see how many days it was on the market. So it was basically on for the weekend, like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
850. After the weekend, 819. Like, they're like, we didn't get something over the weekend.
Right.
We're too high.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was
quick action right
yeah.
away.
And that's this listing is the agent knowing that if we didn't get something,
Yeah.
like,
Agent and also the sellers, right?
yeah.
Like agent having counseled their sellers,
Yep.
saying, listen, we'll do this. Maybe the agent themselves wasn't too sure on pricing and saying, we're going to do this, but as soon as we get the true indication
Yep.
of what the market is telling us,
because
we're going to make some adjustments.
Yeah, because you're going to have a couple indicators. You're going to have showings, but no interest, and possibly feedback that says, well, just not interest is feedback enough. But some people might actually say, and then even worse, no showings, especially when you're a new listing. Like, and that's, again, I've said this before, but you cannot get that new listing value back. It's invaluable. So do not squander it. Yeah.
So my question, you're looking for your client, those came up. Would you show your client those properties?
The snow ones?
Yeah.
No. Well,
okay.
I wouldn't say no. Actually, there could be a bit of a deal there, because what's going to happen in this market is, if you we've talked about micro markets, like there's some really hot markets. And so I think if you position a home really well and get multiple offers, you can actually exceed maybe its true worth.
Right.
But the opposite happens when you do not do that. Like, if you price it a hair more than it should be, a hair, you're going to take less, So, you know what? I mean, the snow ones, you know what? Take that with a grain of salt. This one that came down, I mean, it's a nice one, from 850 to 819. And, this client isn't quite that hot and heavy just yet, but I did notice it come across my desk. And, but if I did have someone and that was really in their wheelhouse, like, I think this is going to be effective. And I think if this doesn't work, I think we're going to see them do $799 here soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I'm asking you that, it's because I don't think the public realizes how much shortlisting gets done, right? Before an appointment is even made. So
I see.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
you see it. And that's why I always tell my clients, listen, once it's live, like that moment, those are your first showings.
Yes.
Right? When you get an agent or somebody from public contacting a realtor, that is showing definite interest, because they've seen your property online, right? They've seen all the other properties, and they actually want to go in and take a closer look.
Right.
It's saying something.
Just with how good photos are, so how many photos you get, virtual tours, there's so much information, and it's good information. It's not someone using some poor camera back in the day, bad angles. I mean, sometimes it still is.
It's still happening.
But there's a lot of really good representation of listings. And so they actually say when someone comes through a home in person, that's sort of their second look at the home. Yeah. So it is so important to, just be represented well, represent the property well.
Yeah.
And so how much, that's a very good point. How much are we already sort of paring things back before we go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a shame because then that person that, well, I was going to say that realtor went through, did the work to relist it, obviously get new paperwork signed, right?
Which the snow photo.
The snow
Yeah,
photos,
yeah.
right? Like they had to get new paperwork signed.
Yeah, you're doing all of that.
You're doing all of that only to
Like,
still get eliminated.
Yeah, like
because you haven't
just by your
changed.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you haven't changed that first picture.
And like, it's so funny because I always say there is so much I do that is so intentional, you know, and it's all those little details. And it's because I see it from the other side too. Like, I'm the person seeing this snow covered property come across my desk in the middle of the summer. And it's like, what gives, you know?
Yeah.
Like, anyway, so.
Although it could, like, you know, we were saying, it could be an opportunity.
Yes.
Because it's,
you know, they're floundering.
You know, exactly.
Floundering hard, and their realtor's an idiot. Anyway. And I have to say, if you are putting on a listing, I know that might sound a little harsh, you're an idiot, but it's like in the middle of summer and your listing is popping for some reason, whether reduction, relist, and it has a snow photo, like, come on.
Yeah.
Even actually the other way around. So like if I had clients that like, they were like, hey, you know what, we're going to want to list in the new year, but we knew it now, I'll send my photographer out. We do photos.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But come January or February, whenever we list, that first photo is representative of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
what's going on.
It's such a tell when, when the first photo, is not indicative of the time of year you're in.
And I'm going to put a shout out there. If you love gardening and you have a lovely garden and you're not even thinking about selling, I don't care. Just go out there, take some beautiful pictures of your garden as it is, because you never know what might happen, and you might need those pictures, right? Or do that every year.
Yeah, totally. You could do that. And it's like, you know, or just if you're a client, you don't have to be a client of ours, but if you're a client and you know you're going to be, but you should be, but just saying, not everyone can be, but, you know, and it's even on your mind. Like, so for me, if I had someone, even if it wasn't like, Jillian, we're for sure selling in March, it's just like, even if it was 50-50 and you called me up, I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do that, because it's so interesting. I just put something on the market. My clients are like, oh, love the photos, this and that. And I said, that helps me help you. Like, it actually makes my job, like, I want to get you your best dollar, and it helps me do that. So like, people think it's an inconvenience, but it's, and you know, there's a cost in all of that, but that is me doing my job. And I am happy to do it because I want to see my clients and whatever they're doing, you know, reach its
fullest potential.
Yeah, exactly. So, So seasonally appropriate photos.
Yes.
Well, number one, the intro photo has to be. Yeah. Actually, now that we're talking about that, how do you feel about, I'm a traditionalist. I love a listing where the first photo is a proper front exterior shot. Ooh.
It is so funny that you are talking about that, because I was having this discussion with another realtor just today too. Yeah. Actually, I think the board requires it to be the exterior shot. I think I've been like given a warning before.
Got an email.
Yeah. About if it's not the exterior, like if it's of the living room.
You know, I feel like I see enough that are like of the so I don't, maybe they end up having their hand slapped and it gets changed.
Yeah.
What about, so there was one realtor I know, there's actually, they'll have like these little like,
I know you're going to say.
Yeah, like calling card, like whatever, like, so, and that gets us into something else too, but like, so the first shot, one of them, I don't know if they do it anymore. Actually, I don't even think I've heard of this realtor.
What does it say on there? Like,
on which one? The
on
snow
the
ones?
picture. Yeah. Because it said something right underneath here. Front of structure.
Yeah.
Right? Front of structure. So,
but neither,
does it say that on all of them?
No. So that
interesting.
Okay. I'll tell you what
okay,
that
I
is.
know
Yeah.
what that is.
Are we which one? So
Yeah,
basically, there's just a new feature. I think it's the worst.
Feature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In our software, when we're loading listings, AI can generate like a little write up, but it's so obviously like AI. It's like hardwood flooring with basin trim or something. Like it's like what? And it does sort of obscure the bottom part of the photo.
Right.
People are like, it's no. So mine is auto selected to not do it.
Yes.
But that's
yeah.
so. I think this is actually an interesting. So,
Yeah.
like I said, what did I say? Idiot agent? I don't know what I said. Yeah. And then, so of course, these idiot agents also have that AI.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like, case in point, folks, it's like, yeah, it's too easy because these ones that I have here,
right,
who I would say have more savvy, no, they
have
do not
removed
have
that part.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
Anyway, so back to the intro shot.
Yeah.
So
front of the house.
One realtor that would do 4 different quadrants, and it had this like wavy line. So it's like you can't even see one photo clearly. Like it was his shtick, right? So it's like his calling card. But I have not seen this agent. Like it's funny when now that I'm thinking of him, right?
Yeah.
He probably moved to another market. Do you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. I think he's
still around.
I think they are still around.
You know what? It's because he's putting out the proper singular photo. That's how I haven't noticed.
Because honestly, you have to think about how the customer is going to be viewing these pictures for the first time. And often it's going to be on their phone.
Yes. Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
So having that little quadrant with 4 pictures that are going to be unrecognizable when you're looking at it on your phone might not be the best of ideas.
No, I didn't like it. And I'm usually looking even on like an actual computer
on a
screen.
computer.
Yeah. But I don't have it like pulled up on a 50-inch monitor.
Right.
And even just, it was like a wavy line. It wasn't a perfectly. So then there's another agent who would do, let's say it was an exterior shot of the home, but then this like fishbowl circle of another picture in the home. And I was just like, again, like it just is so, no. Yeah. Like it just looked bad. I don't know if they're still doing it. But that was another one I remember. Yeah. And then speaking of calling cards, some agents will, so like, let's say your house is 819 737. Like they have like this
sticky number.
Yeah. Like a number that their properties kind of often or always end in.
Which, you know what? I understand why that kind of started. Like back in the day when you didn't have listings online and you had them like in a book or, like way back when, having that kind of unique number, will automatically distinguish it from everything else.
Have it stand out a bit. Yeah. Well,
which is, I don't think is necessarily needed anymore.
No, but I do think, like I think people have started it, so, they're going to keep rolling with it, but how much of an impact does it make? I don't think a lot, but yeah. So anyways, so it's interesting. Certain agents will sort of, you can tell it's one of their listings before.
Right.
Yeah. And I think that's basically, why they do it. But the photo ones, no. So yes, I'm a purist. I'm a traditionalist. Give me a nice exterior front picture to start. And then let's enter the home. Let's go through the main floor. So let's go upstairs, not inside, outside, garage.
Okay.
Basement. Like what?
Right. That's what we were talking about when having this discussion with the other agent, because I do kind of like to have it like a walkthrough, like the pictures, one right after the other, a walkthrough. So you have your first picture and then it's like, okay, here's the entryway or the foyer. You walk through. Here is the living room. Here's the kitchen, right? I might just start off with the kitchen. But then this other agent was like, we want to have like the first 5 pictures. It should be of all distinguishing different features.
Right. So it's kind of
like the money shots.
Yeah, your 5 best photos. So maybe you have a really nice kitchen, a beautiful ensuite. We love the yard. Yeah. But I can't, to me, outside back to inside, hard no. That is no. That's no, people. Because people will even do that with the walkthrough style. So it's like you're on the main floor. There's like going to be a back deck, patio, whatever. They'll go outside, then they come back in. I don't like that.
I think you're trying to tell a story. That's how I see it. right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to jump right to the climax of the story.
Right? You gotta romance
Right? You
these
gotta,
people.
you want them to see more, right? You want
Yeah.
them to sit back, just like,
Yeah.
scrolling through this.
Mhm.
I'm in for the story,
Yeah.
right?
No, but like that's the thing. There's a natural progression.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, no, and that's again when I said everything I do is so intentional.
Right.
I'm not just like the photos don't just come from my photographer and I just copy and paste. I'm
Yeah.
taking some out. I'm reorganizing them. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not just like, okay, like everything is so intentional.
Yes.
Like it's wild, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. And then moving on, we have, it's funny because I know I sort of bellyached about some listings that came on my street, several episodes back. And I was like, I don't think they're on the MLS and the signs are up. So I don't have any concrete information from them because I don't know if I actually follow that.
Yeah.
But when I did see one come on 2 weeks ago, and because it's a little street off of my street, and I really like the homes, and so I saw this sign, and I'm
Right.
like, I want to see what that's listed for. And did it come on? It could have been Saturday, but I think the sign was up on Friday.
Yeah.
When did the bad boy get listed? Monday morning.
What?
Yep. And we know this person.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. But,
Yeah.
like, I just, still active.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny.
And was it on their social media too?
For sure.
Yeah.
And I thought I saw, like, I don't want to give away too much. Like, this person might have one day listened to this, but it's like,
Yeah.
I thought I saw them do a story because I did look back today on the media where it was like, where it said it was under contract.
Right.
But this morning it was still active. I don't know. But to me, it was interesting because first of all, they did not sell it that weekend, but I thought that is a disservice. All of the public should be looking that weekend, not hey Monday.
Yeah.
Like, you guys,
and that's a loss of a weekend too.
Well, and it's a loss of 0 days on market. Your 0 day is Monday. Come on. My 0 day, it better be Wednesday. It better be Thursday or Friday.
Right.
Yeah. Those are my 0 days. Like, you hit the market on a Thursday or Friday. Like, unless there's something really, but a property like that, no excuse. And like, I just think I'd love to be a fly on the wall and like know how they sell it to their client. Like, with a straight face. No, I don't know. Like, how is this benefiting you?
But you know what? Unfortunately, I don't think they realize.
Who's they?
The public.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
so I don't think there's, it's like they're doing
they actually probably think that it's like a good idea. And I'm sure the agent has sold them on that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, guys.
I don't think the seller is none the wiser.
Either way, like,
either way. I don't think they would know that should be something to inquire about, right?
Yeah, like your sign's up
like,
Friday. I want to be on the MLS on Friday. Yeah. And that's the thing, because the weekend, like, it builds, like, you kind of, a lot of people, that's when they're available to look at homes.
Right.
It's just the right time to list them.
Yeah.
Like, coming into the weekend. So I did actually follow up, but it was a new one, but I was like, okay, it was just kind of double fold because I'm like, oh, I'm curious about this property.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't on there. Like, so what if I was a member of the public? So then I'm supposed to call the sign.
Right.
Which
you would only see if you're like driving around the area.
That's the thing. Like, where I live it's a destination location. Like, you're just not happenstance passing by.
No, it's not like you're on your way to get the groceries.
No, it is. Yeah, like, if you want to come to my place, like, you want to come to my place. It's not. Yeah. So, yeah. So anyways, so that's just more of, these are just musings. These are just the things that I come across on my day to day. And, so, glad we got to cover those. I also wanted to talk, we had spoken about a sincere request letter.
Yeah.
on an episode recently. And I guess I felt like, okay, this is a good example of I've listened to the podcast and I know the story as a realtor, but I'm like, I want to make sure the public knows how bad of an offer the sincere request party was.
Right.
So I went and I pulled the file.
Okay.
And so what had happened with that listing, just to refresh everyone's memory, is well, first of all, came on a Friday. I went and checked.
Right.
And on the Monday, I presented 3 offers. Now, one of them had been, so before we even listed, I remember like sitting at their kitchen table and maybe she showed me, maybe it like literally arrived at that time. Like, I think maybe the doorbell rang and there was like a piece of mail in their door sort of thing. Like, and she's like, literally, I think, quote unquote, our prayers have been answered. Like, I'm not kidding. Because she got a piece of mail that said sincere request. And they were looking for a property just like my clients.
Right.
So, and I was kind of like, ooh, well, take that with a grain of salt. But like, she was kind of thinking, we don't even need to list. And I was kind of like, no.
It's like, oh, sorry, honey, we wasted your time. We just got this letter.
Basically. It's like, no. They can have a shot just like the other 1.5 million people in the Greater Edmonton area. So anyways, so we list, and I think when I'd referenced it, I said 500. So we'd listed at 549.9.
Yes.
We got 3 offers. Now, the one we accepted was over list, and not just like a hair, like nicely over list, and one in condition, which was a home inspection. And that was the wild story where they went for the home inspection. They were able to detect that there was actually a gas leak on the street.
Right.
So they had to, in a weird turn of events, the potential buyer actually worked for ATCO Gas. So we knew exactly what to do. So he goes around, it's a street with half duplex bungalows. And so he goes around to all of the homes because they're going to have to evacuate to let them know.
Right.
And he's like, a whole bunch of old people live here. I don't want to live here. So it's like, just the weirdest things happen. So anyway, so that deal actually collapses because of that. But because we'd sort of positioned it well, and it's sort of interesting. So if you have a new listing that comes on, and you get good activity, you can almost recreate. I dare I say our next deal was a bit better than we got, but I guess I'm actually missing the point here. So what had happened was 549.9, pending nicely over list.
Yeah.
Sincere requests offer. Guess how much? Well, maybe you'll even like lowball it, but listed at 549.9, brand new listing. You're competing. There's 3 offers in total. What do you think they came in at?
495.
500.
Yeah.
So that is your sincere request right there, people. And then I think they got another chance on the second time round and they didn't change it at all. And it actually went even higher.
Okay,
and there was still 3. I think it was interesting.
And they still knew that they were competing?
Yeah. And actually it was funny because there was 3 offers again, but what happens is like, obviously the party that had gotten it the first time were gone, but over that week or whatever, more people are kind of like, hey, what's going on there? So you're able to drum up some different people, right?
Right.
So, but I guess, and then it ended up selling for 570 and our sincere request was 500. So just really know if you get one of those in your mail, if you are prepared to take at least 10% off the value of your home, but that is, and so I just felt like I needed to come back and tell the audience, like, it wasn't like $5,000 less.
No,
like, they were competing, and it was like, it's not like this property had been sitting. Like, again, this is the beauty of pricing it correctly. You have no problem selling it. You get top dollar, and this party just So I kind of felt like I needed to give a little more intel
context.
On that. Context, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but those are my musings of recent days. Yeah.
Have you ever denied, like, ever told a client, I'm not going to write that offer? Because like that agent, like that agent is probably writing I'm like writing that offer, and it's like, oh, yeah, right.
No, you know what? And I
Yeah,
think
right.
I did. I know. I was kind of like, I felt a little bad for him. And this is where it's kind of like being a parent. It's tough love. Like, you guys, you're not going to get this. Like, and you know what? You're just driving up the sale prices in your market. Like, you want something on the street now? You know?
Yeah.
Because it was a very specific product. So
Yeah.
good job, Dum Dum. Like, you know, but it's true.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, instead of there being 3 offers, there's 2 offers. Like, the other parties are going to structure, like, if there's 12 offers versus one other offer, their offer is going to look different. And so if you're bringing a stinker offer and a multiple offer, and you're actually serious about trying to buy in that market, I would say don't. If it's my listing, please do.
Yeah, please do.
I'm happy. Like, and that's the thing. I know I've talked about this too. Like, it's great. I see what these other offers are, and you know, a lot of them are typically quite good. But you do get the odd, like, we wouldn't even look at this if it wasn't a multiple offer kind of offer. And it's like, why are you even doing it? And I do think it's a little bit on the other agent, you know, to, what's the word? I wanted to say control your clients. That sounds a little harsh.
No, but to educate.
To educate
and guide your client.
Because you're not actually doing them any favors. And that's the thing. Yeah. I feel like this agent was getting run by his clients. And that, to me, reeks of a little desperation, you know? Like, and I know that...
I think sometimes, too, as, you know, if you're working with a client like that, is you rate the offer because it's like, okay, this is going to be an education in itself for them, right?
Yes. And
you can't be doing this in this type of a situation. And then you bring them the evidence afterwards. It's like, listen.
Yeah. So,
you know, this is what we wrote. This is what this house ended up selling for.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
A little bit more. So they'll be a little bit more conscientious the next time.
And that's the thing. Like, I do see how it comes to pass because I think, you know, sometimes as realtors, you know, like, ultimately, like, because they were selling, they didn't have financing, they had an inspection condition, but you know, so I think they had money. So awesome. Thanks for thanks for bringing that junk offer. And you know, and I think because they'd written us in their sincere request, I feel like there was oh man, you should have brought the sincere request. You know what? I wanted to look back. I didn't look when I was doing sort of the research to see if I actually had a copy of their letter, but I need to go to another file because we'll talk about letters in a second. And this is what made me think. So for sure, there's a picture of their family. This is where we live. It was a nice community. They're downsizing. So it's like, I get it. You're going to get this listing and, you know, whatever. And so, yeah, you know, and I think the agent, like, he got it. Like, so I do think he was just, I hope it all ended well for him. Like, you know, but that's not how you want to, like, it's just nice when they're a little more, I don't know, understand, like, it's just so ironic. And then I hate to say it, but those are typically the people who want even more than their house is worth for their house.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
They want such a deal on the buy and they want to, like, way out kick their coverage on the sell. Yeah. Classic. Yeah. So anyways, I'm going to have to look because I had another one once. Oh, such a bizarre story too. That would just be a good little one to talk about. But there was 2 letters. Right. And they were in multiple offer. And it was so, like, glowy and talking it up. Yeah. Meanwhile, within, like, I would say 24 hours, not even 12, like, both gone. Like, you know, 1 second, here we are, here's a picture. These are, like, we started crying in the home, whatever. And then, like, half a day later, no, don't want it.
You know, honestly, and especially now, I think now that AI is around, I think we're going to get some really lovely, highly flourished letters.
Do you think people are going to have, you know what?
Most definitely. But let me tell you this one story before I go on.
Yeah.
I had this one seller and we priced our property really well. We got a whole bunch of offers and some of them had letters attached to them. And the seller, you know, loved the letter saying about how they want to have their family in here and
Yeah.
Want to
Picture
watch
them growing up.
their
Yeah.
kids growing up. And she took that offer and it was less than the highest offer,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I'm like, are you sure? She's like, oh, yes, this is going to such a loving family.
Mm-hmm.
I'd really love to see that happen. Would you believe that when I was looking in that market, 3 months later, that home was flipped
It
and
was
it
a
was on the
flip.
market again. Yeah.
Snap.
I did not have the heart
To
to
tell.
tell this
No,
woman what
do
ended up
not.
happening.
Do not.
Right? So sometimes you can't even take those letters
No,
seriously.
well, obviously, these two
Right?
people, and it was so funny. I'm going to have to, well, I mean, I could probably sort of remember the story if I needed to now, but what I will say is no, it's my opinion on the letters.
Yeah.
Like, fine, write them if you want, whatever. I remember listening to like some sort of a real estate presentation. This was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it was when we were out of the same office. She was a lady from like the States, from New York, and she'd come and talk, and she was like a realtor.
Oh, yes.
So, and she was great. And she
Adorna.
said, yes,
Adorna Carroll.
Woo, woo. She's lovely
Yeah.
to listen to and stuff, and had just great stories. And,
Yeah.
but I remember her saying, like, once because she worked in like upstate New York or something, and this like seller had just put in these like brand new, like white carpets, loved them, spent a ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one family had like young kids, and she's like, well, they're going to ruin the carpets. Like, do you know what I mean? They're going to,
Right.
So she didn't want her carpets getting ruined. So that was like, so sometimes sharing stuff can
work against you.
It can. Typically it doesn't, especially if you're like, oh, I can picture the kids playing in the yard, and like I used to go to that school, and like I've been there. So this is the thing. I'm sort of the neutral observer when my clients are like, what? Like, so I recently had clients that wrote a letter. The other agent's like, oh, she was crying. Like, it's just like, oh my goodness. But it is true. Like, they're kind of like, I guess for me, what I was going to say is show me the money. Like, letter's nice, show me the money.
And that's part of our job as realtors too, right? Because we come in there and we're objective.
Yes.
Right? We don't have any kind of emotional attachment to the homes. And as part of our job is to help them.
That's partly why we're
there. To separate that emotional part of it. As much as you want to give your home away to somebody who you think is going to love it just as much as you do. Yeah. At the end of the day, you have like zero control over that.
Once the money's arrived and land titles transferred, like, because maybe you sell it to the lovingest family ever, and they're transferred in a year, and then it goes to idiots, or like, so,
or you drive by at the place and you see the yard and it's totally gross, like I've had clients who've done that, and they kind of complain to me, and I'm like, like,
no, I know. I know. So that's, that's so true.
Just get the most money you can.
Yes.
But detach yourself from that.
Totally. But I have had, I mean, I've seen the letter has on the sellers, like the 5 sellers. And I did have one, I'm trying to think, it was a year or two ago. And I think we had 5 or 6 offers, and they didn't take the most money either. There was something with the most money one that they were a little nervous about, and like possibly fair. I won't go into what the details were, but it wasn't just like a grand or two. Like it was enough money, and so, but it was also to do with the actual offer as well. But it was just weird because I would say 9 out of 10 or like, maybe 80% of sellers would have taken the other offers. The buyers are unique, the sellers are unique, the situations. So that always keeps it interesting. And I feel like I'm never surprised. Not anymore.
Well, obviously, at the end of the day, trust your realtor.
Yes, yeah. And we are definitely a little more removed and unbiased. Yeah. So, yeah. Good luck out there. No. Anyways, as always, thanks so much for listening.
Yeah.
And we look forward to you guys tuning in again on the next one.
Sounds good.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening.
Yes, you can follow us on Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you find your podcasts.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
Take care.
Bye for now.
Bye.